Salt, 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 salt. So after 5 years, look at the lens. Maybe you need some replacement now. So that's how my car look like when it's really dirty. So far so good, no major problem yet. Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Motovlog. And today is March 9th, 2022. It's not officially spring yet, I believe, but my 2009 X5 BMW X5 35D 7-seater version, after 5 years of ownership, this is no filter. As you could see, it's still dirty. I'm gonna show you later on outside. It's still dirty. You could see all those white stuff from salt from the road. You could see this is no filter. It's still filthy. My wife is also using this car. That's why you could see all her stuff there. I could probably relate with some of you. You know, your wife, they like to trash your car, right? This 7-seater, all my wife's stuffed, you know. Sometimes we put our dogs here too. So after 5 years, right now, as you could see, I have that small engine light, the yellow one, and this for the brake. I believe this for the brake pads sensor. I'm gonna turn off the engine. All right. Within that 5 years, the only major thing mechanical that I spent a lot of money, because I didn't do it myself, is the I believe it was right or left, I forgot which side was that, rear suspension, air suspension. I spent $1,500 to replace it. That's how much it is, the air suspension. Also, I spent I think that was like $600 to $700 to fix my wirings that have affected my radio system. The first sign I noticed it, my radio becoming like on and off, the sound becoming on and off, until it completely became off, everything, although my car was still running. And I discovered that some mouse they ate the wirings at the back. It's at the left side panel, rear panel. That's where the wirings are located. So I spent around $600-700. That's like my first I think that was my first 2 year of ownership when that happened. And I researched about it, and I searched about it. Somebody suggested you have to put some dog's hair or mouse hair, cat's hair or dog's hair in that area, because I heard it's very common that some mouse or rats will eat your wirings because they smell like peanut butter for them. So I did. Ever since I did that, I never had that problem anymore. No mouse or rats came inside this car, because I heard mouse, those pests, they love BMW because it's very warm inside, which is true. This is a very solid car. And the latest problem I had here was the brake pad sensor. The brakes were still operating. It still feels good until now, but I think that was like 2 years ago when I had my cable sensor repaired, or temporarily repaired. Actually, I paid like $80 because they cost more than that. but my mechanic did something. He just like put them together because they kind of disconnected and worn out, but he did not replace the whole thing. I forgot if he asked me if I wanted to replace the whole thing or not, but I spent 80 bucks for him to fix it. So he repaired it. He told me it's only a temporary repair. So it lasted about 6 months or 8 months, and my brake keeps lighting up like the red round thing that I showed you earlier. But after that, I just ignored it until that engine light also came out, and I did some diagnostic on it. It's something related in the engine block. A small leak, probably a small leak. Anyway, I'm not really mechanically inclined when it comes to automobile. So far I'm just ignoring those two indicators, but I'm planning to have them fixed sometime this year. So other than that, my car is still running really good. Engine still coming strong. My steering, you could feel it still stable, and you don't feel like any vibration like the, let's say, in the Japanese cars when your ball joints are damaged. You could feel the steering wheel already. Here, so far it's still solid, so I don't know if there's anything wrong mechanically. Maybe it's still intact, my ball joints and everything, my axles are still good, I'm assuming, because it's still feeling solid when I drive this car. I heard these engines are very strong, but if they go, they cost like $7,000 or $11,000. But they last long unless if you don't take care of the engine. Okay, I'm gonna show you outside. I did some modification on this car. It's minor modification. That's my hitch. Again, this 7-seater version. I put some roof rack there, and see that eyelids, it's really dirty right now. Oh, this one I just replaced this about a year ago. I don't know if somebody vandalized it or it just came off by itself, but I believe it was vandalized. Yeah, so my car looks like from outside. So far everything's working here. No electrical damage yet or issues. No major mechanical issues except for my brake pad sensor cable for sure. So I'm gonna have to bring this to my mechanic sometime this year. Oh hi, that's my 2004 Suzuki SV 650. This is a quite small garage, single garage. That's my roof cargo. Okay, so earlier I showed you how my car looked like when it's dirty. I updated you about my 5-year ownership of this 2009 BMW X5 35D. Who have the right to own an BMW? You know, we all have the rights, but not all of us have ability or capable to own a luxury car. Let's say, for example, this BMW 2009. As long as you can afford, if you have a budget, you have unlimited fat wallet, unlimited funds, of course, by all means you can own a car like this. But If it's only for show off, no. If you don't have money, no. I think I was just lucky that 5 years I didn't have a major problem in this car yet. So for those who don't like a big headache on your car every 5 years, and you can afford the fuel prices these days, you could own a luxury car like this, a BMW. A lot of us, when you heard BMW, oh, I don't like it, so expensive. You know, it's half truth, half not. I tell you what, when you're owning, if you want to buy a BMW, let's say, because a lot of people, they have this narrative, oh, BMW, it's a luxury car, expensive car. It's true, especially if you're buying a brand new one. This one, I bought this used. It has 196,000 kilometers on it when I bought it. And since this car was sitting in their car dealership for a long time, initially I had problem with the door locks on the driver's side. When the weather becomes cold, like -4 and up and lower than that, my driver's side door doesn't open because of the cable, the latch cable for the locks, it getting stuck inside. I had that problem for about maybe 6 months of my first year ownership. Within 6 months, something breaks up there. Parts are really expensive. You need to have an extra funds, and you have to be ready. Yet, and knock on wood. Hear that? So, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much, and if you're new to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I hope you like our videos, and thank you so much.